Hello guys, and welcome to our last unit notebook setup video. I bet you guys are just as excited as I am. So here we go, let's get started. You should have all of these papers that I've given you in class. And so we're going to get started. The last page we talked about was angles. You are not using the back of that page. You need a fully blank front and back. Take your tab divider, fold it on the 3 middle lines, open it up, glue the entire back side down. First line gets lined up with the edge of the paper, glue it down, flip it over. There you go. Then take your pencil and write Unit 9, Data Analysis and Probability. So this unit is broken up into 2 parts. Part of it is data analysis, the other part is probability. So we'll have a test halfway in between, one part over data analysis, one part over probability. So when you're done with your tab divider page, you are going to turn it over. And then on the back of that tab divider page, you are going to take your yellow measures of variation note page, and you are going to trim it up. Trim off the sides, the top, and the bottom. Don't cut off anything important. You will need it all. And then you can glue the back of it. Glue it down to the back of the tab divider page. Then you can move to the next page and you're going to take the green line notes page, trim off the bottom, the sides and the top just like we always do. Not to cut off anything important. And then you can glue the back of it. And then you will glue this green page down next to the yellow page in your notebook. And we're going to flip. And on the back of the green page, you will take this creamy looking piece of paper that says frequency table notes. Trim off the bottom, the sides, and the top. Once again, not cutting off anything important. And then you can glue the back of it. And you are gluing that page down on the back of the green page. Next to that cream color frequency table notes page, you are going to take the blue histogram notes page and you are going to trim that page up, bottom, sides, and top. Once again, not cutting off anything important. And then you will flip it over and you will glue the blue page down next to the cream colored page. Then you will turn the page over, and on the back of the blue histogram page, you are going to grab the purple box plot page. And you are going to trim up the bottom, the sides, and the top. Once again, not cutting off anything important. And you will glue the purple page down on the back of the blue page. Then after the purple page, you have this gray box plot warm-up page. We are going to use it for notes, so we're going to trim off the bottom, the sides, and the top. Remember, don't cut off anything important, so keep the title. You're just cutting off the parts that are not necessary. And then this gray page is glued down next to the purple page. And then we'll turn the page again, and we have this teal color page. And we are going to trim off the part that says Lesson 3 Practice Problem Solving. You can take that part off and just keep the part that says Box Plot Notes. Okay, and then we are going to take this page and we are going to put glue on the back of it. And we are going to glue this page to the back of the gray page. Okay, that is all of our data analysis part of the unit. So the rest of the pages are all our probability part of our unit. So we're going to take this pink page that talks about probability, and I'm going to trim up everything once again that is not needed. So the bottom, the sides, and the top. Once again, you can cut off the part that says name, topic, date, and class, just like we have before. Glue on the back of the pink page, and you are going to put this down next to that teal color box plot page. Then I'm going to flip, and I now have a yellow page. This page is probably a little thicker than all the other ones, but trim up the bottom, the sides, and the top, making sure once again you are not cutting off anything that is important. And then you'll put glue on the back of it and glue this page down to the back of that pink page. If, because the paper is thicker and it is not sticking, you may use tape, obviously. Alright, so that yellow page goes on the back of the pink page. Then our next page is orange. So we're going to trim up our orange page. The orange page is talking about theoretical versus experimental probability. So sides, top, and bottom, once again cutting off the part that says name, topic, date, class. And then you may put glue on the back of it. And you may glue it next to the yellow page. Then you will flip. And we now have a dark pink page, which still talks about theoretical versus experimental probability. So we are going to trim off the top, sides, and bottom. Once again, making sure we are not cutting off anything that is important. Put glue on the back of it. And then this page goes behind the orange piece of paper that we just glued down. Then I'm going to go to my next page. My next page is this lime green page. It talks about tree diagrams. So cut off all the sides, top, bottom, all that sort of stuff. And then you may put glue on the back of it and then glue this down. This one's obviously going to go sideways because that's how the paper is. So it's glued down next to that hot pink page. Then I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to take this darker teal color, which says Counting Principle on it. Trim up the sides, top and bottom. And then flip it over, glue, and glue that to the back of that lime green page. Almost done, guys. Then we have this dark green page. Trim it up. This one talks about compound events, independent events to be specific. And then this green page gets glued down to that darker teal page. And then I'm going to flip it. And my last page is this gold colored page that still talks about compound events. Has the word dependent events written on it. I'm going to trim up the top, bottoms, and sides. And then I can put glue on the back of it. And that page gets glued down to the back of the green page. And when you are done, you have just officially finished your last notebook setup. So let's go through just to double check, make sure you have everything good to go. So the first page should say Unit 9 Data Analysis and Probability with your tab divider. When you flip it, you should have a yellow Measures of Center and Variation. Then you should have a green Line Plot Notes page. You flip it again, you should have a cream color Frequency Table Notes page and a blue Histogram Notes page. You flip it again, you should have a purple Box and Whisker Plot Note page, a gray Box and Whisker Plot Warm-Up Notes page. Flip it again, and a teal Box and Whisker Plot Notes page. Then you should have a simple probability notes page, and we're going to write simple probability up at the top as my title for that. And then we are going to flip. This is yellow page is still simple probability. So title that, please. Then after the yellow, you have our theoretical versus experimental. So we're going to go theo versus experimental probability for short. So that's yellow and orange. I'm going to flip it again. You should have a pink. Same thing, theo versus experimental probability. That's the hot pink. Then you go over, you should have a lime green. We're not going to label this page because it's labeled with tree diagrams already. Then we're going to flip it again. We are not going to label this page because it's counting principles. So you should have a counting principle page next. Then we should have green, dark green next to that teal color, and we're going to label it compound events. And then when you flip it one more time, you should have a gold page to end it, and this is also compound events. So you can title that compound events. And there you go. You have finished your last unit of your notebook setup for your 6th grade year. I look forward to doing this unit with you guys. I hope you guys are ready for it. Make sure it's ready to go by the day that it's due. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.